Okay. Um, so in the let's recite the verse first. Okay. Please repeat after me. Kangshataha
कांक्षतः
karmanam
कर्माणां
siddhim
सिद्धिं
yajanta
यजन्त
iha
इह
devataha
देवताः
क्षिप्रम
क्षिप्रं
हि
हि
मानुषे
मानुषे
लोके
लोके
सिद्धिर्भवति
सिद्धिर्भवति
कर्मजा.
कर्मजा.
So we'll go line after line. Okay. Kangshantah karmanam siddhim.
काङ्क्षन्तः कर्मणां सिद्धिं
Kangshantah karmanam siddhim.
काङ्क्षन्तः कर्मणां सिद्धिं
Yajanta iha devataha.
यजन्त इह देवताः
क्षिप्रम हि मानुषे लोके
क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके
सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा.
सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा.
We'll recite one more time. काङ्क्षन्तः कर्मणां सिद्धिं
काङ्क्षन्तः कर्मणां सिद्धिं
यजन्त इह देवताः.
यजन्त इह देवताः
क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके
क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके
सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा.
सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा.
Anyone wants to lead reciting the verse? All participants, yeah. I see Gaurika Mataji. Gauri Mataji. Gauri Mataji, can you try reciting the verse? Okay. We have Jai Prakash Prabhu.
Hari Bol Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Please lead us. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Kangshanta karmansa siddhim
कर्मणां सिद्धिं
yata hi devata
यजन्त इह देवता
vispram hi manushaloke
क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके
siddhir bhavati karmaja.
सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Is there anyone who wants to take a chance?
Prabhuji, sorry, I was on my mute wasn't working. It was like little bit. I'm sorry. Can I recite, Prabhuji? Since
Yes,
you
Mataji, please. Yeah. Go ahead.
sorry, apologies.
No problem. Mataji.
Kankasanta karmanam siddhim
काङ्क्षन्तः कर्मणां सिद्धिं
yagyanta iha devatah
यजन्त इह देवताः
क्षिप्रम ही मानुषे लोके
क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके
सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा.
सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा.
Thank you, Mataji. Is there anyone else who wants to try?
Yes, Prabhuji, I will do.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Kankshanta karmanam siddhim
काङ्क्षन्तः कर्मणां सिद्धिं
yajanta ih devata
यजन्त इह देवता
क्षिप्रमं हि मानुषे लोके
क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके
सिद्धिर भवति कर्मजा।
Siddhir bhavati
सिद्धिर्भवति
karmaja.
कर्मजा.
Thank you all for participating. It's very important to recite verse and practice reciting the verses. That way, we get used to the diacritics and all those things. It's very important. Srila Prabhupada, in one of the verses, he mentioned that before starting a class, he asked one of the devotees, like few devotees, to recite the verse. They recited, like 10 devotees recited one after another. Still, Prabhupada said, okay, if anyone is interested, you can go ahead and do it. He was encouraging everyone to recite the verse. Why? He mentioned that reciting verse is very important because Sanskrit, first thing, Sanskrit is beautiful. The second thing is, like, if someone asks you something, and if you're distributing a books, let's say, that's what Prabhupada mentioned in the example. He mentioned that if you're distributing your books, they say that, okay, you're distributing books, but do you know how to read the book? Then we should be equipped, or we should be ready to read the book and tell them, okay, I know what I'm giving to you, or something like that. So I was just reading that story this morning, so I said it's important to read the verse. Okay, so let's go synonyms word by word. Kangshantaha. Please repeat after me. Kangshantaha.
Kangshantaha.
Desiring.
Desire.
Desiring.
Karmanam.
Karmana.
Of fruitive activities.
Of fruitive activities.
Siddhim.
Siddhim.
Perfection.
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 Yajanthe.
Yajanta.
Yajante.
They worship by sacrifices.
They worship by sacrifices.
Iha.
Iha.
In the material world.
In the material world.
Devataha.
Devata.
Demigods.
The demigods.
Shipram.
Shipram.
Very quickly.
Very quickly.
He.
He.
Certainly.
Certainly.
Manushe.
Manushe.
In human society.
In human society.
Loke.
Loke.
Within this world.
Within this world.
Siddhihi.
Siddhihi.
Success.
Success.
Bhavati.
Bhavati.
Comes.
Comes.
Karmaja.
Karmaja.
From fruitive work.
From fruitive work.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Translation: men in this world desire success in fruitive activities, and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world. Purport: there is a great misconception about the gods or demigods of this material world, and men of less intelligence, although passing as great scholars, take these demigods to be various forms of Supreme Lord. Actually, the demigods are not different forms of God, but they are different parts and parcels. God is one, and the parts and parcels are many. The Vedas say, Nityo Nityanam, God is one. Ishvara Paramakrishnaha, the Supreme God is one, Krishna, and the demigods are delegated with powers to manage this material world. These demigods are all living entities, Nityanam, with different grades of material power. They cannot be equal to the Supreme Lord, Supreme God, Narayana, Vishnu, or Krishna. Anyone who thinks that God and demigods are on the same level is called an atheist or Pashandi. Even the great demigods like Brahma and Shiva cannot be compared to the Supreme Lord. In fact, the Lord is worshipped by demigods such as Brahma and Shiva Virinchi Nutam. Yet curiously enough, there are many human leaders who are worshipped by foolish men under the misunderstanding of anthropomorphism or zoomorphism. Iha Devataha denotes a powerful man or demigod of this material world. But Narayana, Vishnu, or Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, does not belong to this world. He is above and or transcendental to material creation. Even Sripad Shankaracharya, the leader of impersonalists, maintains that Narayana or Krishna is beyond this material creation. However, foolish people, Hrita Jnana, worship the demigods because they want immediate results. They get the results but do not know that results so obtained are temporary and are meant for less intelligent persons. The intelligent person is in Krishna consciousness, and he has no need to worship the paltry demigods for some immediate temporary benefit. The demigods of this material world, as well as their worshippers, will vanish with the annihilation of this material world. The boons of the demigods are material and temporary. Both the material worlds and their inhabitants, including the demigods and their worshippers, are bubbles in the cosmic ocean. In this world, however, human society is mad after temporary things such as the material opulence of possessing land, family, and enjoyable paraphernalia. To achieve such temporary things, people worship the demigods or powerful men in human society. If a man gets some ministership in the government by worshipping a political leader, he considers that he has achieved a great boon. All of them are therefore kowtowing to the so-called leaders or big guns in order to achieve temporary boons. And they indeed achieve such things. Such foolish men are not interested in Krishna consciousness for the permanent solution to the hardship of material existence. They are all after sense enjoyment. And to get a little facility for sense enjoyment, they're attracted to worshipping empowered living entities known as demigods. This verse indicates that people are rarely interested in Krishna consciousness. They are mostly interested in material enjoyment, and therefore they worship some powerful living entity. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं। हे कृष्ण श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्वैत गदाधार शिवशदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Thank you all for joining this evening's Bhagavad Gita session. With you joining and giving us an opportunity to speak, uh, we are getting purified. Speaking or talking about Bhagavad Gita, or in the morning Bhagavatam classes. It is wonderful to be always with a devotees association like you. So in this verse, Kangshantaha karmanam siddhim yajata iha devataha shipram hi manushe loke siddhim bhavati karmaja. So what I have seen is there are few important words here. Let's touch upon them first and then we will go. Okay. The first word I want to talk about is iha devataha. Iha means in this world. So why Krishna is saying iha devataha here at this point? Because if you see in the 7.6, Krishna said that ajopisan avyayatma bhutanam ishvaropisan prakritim sam adhisthaya sambhavami atma mayaya. Right? After that he says that paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya drishtitam dharma samsthapanartaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So every millennium after millennium I keep appearing on this world. So Krishna has already indicated that I don't belong to this world. Okay, so that means I am transcendental to this world. Iha devataha. So these human beings, they belong to this world. Iha means in this world, but I don't belong to this world. He's saying that I am transcendental and I don't belong to this world. That's what this Krishna is saying. Okay, iha devataha. So in the as I said in 7.6, chapter 7 verse 6, Krishna says that ajopisan avyayatma bhutanam ishvaropisan prakritim swam adhisthaya sambhavami atma maya. With my energy, with my own will. Okay, so he's saying that with my own will I come down to this world, but I don't belong to this world. That's why he's saying that in the material world, devote or the people in general, they pray or worship to the Kangshanta with the desire to achieve the success. They success in different desires, whatever the desire they have, they pray to the demigods. Okay, demigods of Iha Devataha, demigod or demigods of this world. Now, Srila Prabhupada intelligently defines Iha Devataha can be two types. One is demigod. We can consider one as demigod. The second one is um, the people in general who are in the higher positions, like the ministers and all the stuff. So if you see that this thing Srila Prabhupada mentions here, they're all after sense enjoyment. He clearly mentions if a man gets some ministership in the government by worshipping a political leader, so we see in general, right? Like we see if someone is in the higher position, we see people roaming around them, desiring to get some results or some success from them, some desires fulfilled from their association. So Srila Prabhupada has mentioned there are two types of Iha Devata. It can be a demigod or it can be a person in the higher position in this world. Okay, that's Iha Devata. Now if you go to the second word I want to touch upon is Karmaja. This word is very interesting, and it is karma. It is a combination of two words in the Sanskrit, right? There is something called a sandhi. It's like a sandhi means joining two words together. It's called a sandhi. So karma ja is a ja means born, karma means the work, okay, or action. So the one which is born out of action is called as work, right? So that's still proper define, like Srila Prabhupada gives meaning as fruitive work or fruitive activity. So any action perform the one which is born out of an action is work. So I'm just trying to give you the beauty of Sanskrit here, right? Karmaja. So it's like, let's say if you have heard different words, right? Who is Sindhuja? Can someone tell me who is Sindhuja? The one who is born out of Sindhu. Sindhu is ocean. So in general, if we see the scriptures, we address some personality as Sindhuja. Is there anyone who wants to take give a try to say who is Sindhuja? Who do we call Sindhuja as? So Sindhuja is basically the one. The one Sindhuja is Lakshmi Devi, okay? The one who is born out of Sindhu, she is Lakshmi Devi. And similarly, we have Girija, the one who is born out of mountain. She is Parvati Devi. We call Girija to Parvati Devi. And similarly, Padmaja. Padmaja is the one who is born out of Padma, or the lotus. Who is that personality? That is Brahma. Okay, Brahma is born out of lotus, so he's called as Padmaja. So this is not only for the female or feminine part of the demigods, it's also for the male demigods. Like Brahma is also called as Padmaja. So he's born out of the lotus. That's why he's called as Padmaja. Okay, so that is one thing. So now the point is, the translation of this verse is, a man in this world desires success in fruitive activities, and therefore they worship the demigods. Okay. Desiring the fruitive activities, they worship the demigods. Why do they worship the demigods? Does it can't Krishna provide the same thing? Whatever you desire for, can you approach Krishna? So these are the things we're gonna deep dive into today in today's class. Okay. The first point is like, why do they approach demigods? Because the next line says that Shipram hi manushe loke. The third line, Shipram is quickly. So these demigods, when the human beings approach demigods, Shipram hi manushe loke. Quickly, very quickly they'll resolve. They'll give you the fruitive results. Whatever you ask for, like in a material world, whatever you ask for, they'll fulfill. Okay, that's one point I want to mention. But does Krishna do the same thing? Why can't we go to Krishna or the Lord for the same desire? Can we go to Krishna with the same kind of desires? So these are the questions we have. Okay, the first point is like, when demigods, what is the difference actually? What is the difference between Krishna? First question is, does Krishna really fulfill our boons or material desires? Let's take some examples. Okay, Dhruva Maharaj. When Dhruva Maharaj was 5-year-old, okay, he wanted to sit on the lap of Uttanapad. Okay, Uttanapad was an emperor of this universe at that point of time, but he had two wives. The first wife is Suniti, and the second wife is Suruchi. Okay, the son of Suruchi was playing on the lap of his father. Okay, but the Dhruva Maharaj is the son of Suniti, the first queen, and because of the force or because of Suniti's behavior, Dhruva Maharaj could not sit on the lap of his father Uttanapad and play as his cousin or his half brother was playing, right? So he got very upset. He's a Kshatriya. Kshatriyas get angry. That's normal. That's in their blood. So when he, with that anger and with that disappointment, he approached his mother Suniti. His mother says that, look, my husband or your father doesn't listen to me, or he doesn't pay attention to me also. So in this case, I heard that Vishnu is a supreme personality of Godhead. He's the father of each and everyone in this world. So if you go to Vishnu and pray to him, he may best have you better position, better position than your father, or maybe anything you want. So this little child doesn't even know who is Vishnu. He was stepping out of his kingdom, right? He asked the same question to his mother, like, where can I find Vishnu? She said that, I don't know where you can find him, but I know one thing, that some sages, they go to forest to pray to Vishnu to achieve him. That's what she mentioned. And he said, okay, I will also go to forest to meet Vishnu. So he doesn't know what to do, but he knows what he wants. He wants kingdom. So he was walking out with anger. He was very, very angry. He was very much disappointed. Kshatriyas, the revengeous attitude they have, right? So he's 5-year-old boy, but still he was very revengeful. He was very angry. He was very much disappointed. He stepped out of the house. When he stepped out of the house, he was thinking on the way to the forest. He doesn't know where he's going, but he was thinking he was going to forest. But on the way to the forest, he was thinking, if I find Vishnu, I will ask Vishnu to give me a much bigger kingdom than my father, Uttanapad. Okay, this universe. I need much bigger kingdom than my father. Then he was thinking like that. He went ahead few steps, and I was thinking, no. My father's kingdom, no. I want much bigger kingdom than my grandfather. His grandfather is Swayambhuva Manu, right? So Swayambhuva Manu, the kingdom should be much bigger than my grandfather, because my father's kingdom is small. I mean, I don't want that much, because I'm calling Vishnu, so I should get a much bigger kingdom than my grandfather. Then he took further steps ahead. He was thinking, he was disappointed. He was completely, his heart is filled with revenge, and he was going forward. He's thinking. Then he went forward and he thought, no. I want a kingdom which is bigger than my grandfather. Who is his grandfather? His grandfather is Brahmaji. He is the creator of this, secondary creator of this universe. So he was thinking that, no, I need a kingdom much bigger than Brahmaji. That's what his thoughts were, and he was going forward. Then, before he thought more, he found Narada Muni. So whenever someone takes steps towards Vishnu, somehow with Lord's mercy, he arranges a guru. Okay, guru is very important, and that guru is Narada Muni. Narada Muni comes to him and asks him to go back. I mean, we know the story. So, but he was very determined. He achieved Vishnu within 6 months. All right. This is the fastest, according to scriptures. This is the fastest. Like if anyone has achieved Krishna or Vishnu, that is the fastest he did. Like Dhruva Maharaj got him with his meditation within 6 months. There are different types of austerities he performed, and he attracted Vishnu so much that Vishnu could not tolerate his austerities, so he came down. So that when Vishnu came down, did Vishnu say that I'm not going to give you a boon? What did he give him? He gave Dhruva Loka. If you think about the Dhruva Loka, It is the shiniest star in the whole creation, first thing. And the second thing is like it will never perish. It lives for eternal time. Krishna never disappointed Dhruva Maharaj. No, he never disappointed him. He gave whatever he asked for, and more than what he asked for. Actually, Dhruva Maharaj says that after seeing you, whatever I was thinking on my way, they're all like paltry. They don't even make sense. It's like a broken glass in front of diamond. I'm asking for a broken glass, right? Broken pieces of glass. I was thinking I'm getting a broken piece of glass. So, but Vishnu said, no, no, no. You had a desire, so please take this one. Okay. So this example proves that Vishnu gives. Okay. Second example. Second example is Sudama, Vipra. When Sudama approached, we all know the story, so I'm just cut it short. The 7:30, we have some time. So Sudama Vipra, when he went to the Lord, he didn't have that much opulence even to take some bhoga for the Krishna, for the Lord. Okay, the importance of giving bhoga to the Lord is it's different. I mean, it's very, very important. If we give, as they say, right? If we give, let's look at the story. When Sudama Vipra approached, uh, Sri Krishna in Dwaraka, Krishna made him sit on his own bed. Bed is a personal thing. Please try to understand this. Bed is a personal thing. Unless you are very close or unless you are very, very dear to someone, you don't give that place to others, outsiders. Okay, but Krishna gave because of his friendship. He gave that, like he made him sit on the bed. And who is doing chamar to him? Swayam Lakshmi Devi, Rukmini Devi. She's doing chamar, and Swayam Krishna was washing his feet. We know the pictures. I could not put the pictures because I wasn't. I didn't get time to put the pictures in the slides. So when Swayam Lakshmi Devi was fanning him, and Lord Krishna, what is he doing? He's washing his lotus feet. Washing his feet, Sudama Vipra's feet. So that is the thing. That is good enough actually. But Krishna didn't give or say anything that I'm going to give something, and Sudama also didn't ask anything. Okay, but while returning, Sudama was thinking that I'm so happy that I didn't even want to ask anything, but Krishna treated me so well. He was cleaning, he was giving me everything, so that is good enough. And he went back. He saw that whatever Sudama has offered to Krishna was the chipped rice. Whenever Krishna ate chipped rice, his opulences were building up at his place. His wife got all the palaces, and their children had nice jewelry, beautiful clothes, everything. He could not recognize himself, right? So that means even though if you don't ask, Krishna knows. He lives in the heart. He lives in the heart, and he knows what is your desire. He gives you. Okay. Second example. Now the third example, Bali Maharaj. Okay, so Bali Maharaj, he was son of Virochan, grandson of Pralad, right? So Prahlad is a devotee, but Virochan was a devotee also, but he was completely towards Vishnu. Like he said, only Vishnu, we don't pray to demigods. So then Indra killed Virochan, and Bali Maharaj became the king. When Bali Maharaj became the king, his guru was saying him, like he's performing his Ashwamedha Yagna. So the rule is if you perform 100 Ashwamedha Yagnas, right, you will be appointed as a next Indra, or the Indra in the line. Okay. So if one performs 100 Ashwamedha Yagnas, that is in English, that is called as horse sacrifices, then you will be appointed as Indra. Okay, Indra is a position, and this position changes. So whenever it changes, and if you are qualified, if you have performed 100 Ashwamedha Yagnas, you will be in the line to become next Indra. Okay, so now his guru Shukracharya is warning. He was performing Ashwamedha Yagna, A Lord came as Vamanadev, right? And he's asking for 3 feet land. Shukracharya was warning him, don't do that. He's Vishnu. No, Vishnu is Chala. He's going to deceive you. But Bali Maharaj knows that he's Vishnu, but still promised that or took a vow to give 3 steps of land for Vamanadev. So now the two things here. So didn't Vamandev know that? Didn't Bali Maharaj know that that was Vishnu? No, Bali Maharaj clearly knew that he was lucid enough to understand that it was Vishnu, but still he gave. Now the point is like he got punished. He got pushed down into the lower planetary system. Why? So if Lord is pushing him to the lower planetary systems, what other things he has done for him? So Lord became the doorkeeper of that Bali Maharaj's palace. Doorkeeper. Lord is a Lakshmipati. If Lord is there, then all the appearances, everything is there. Okay. And if that person is your doorkeeper, what else you expect? It's completely very merciful act God has done. Why he had to do that? Because Lord has done it because he wants to teach a lesson. He wants to teach a lesson, and then he want not to teach a lesson. He wants to reform Bali Maharaj with his thinking process, and he gave the humble, he made him humble and gave him that position in the lower planetary system. So now the point is like, yes, the question we started or we began with is, can Krishna or Vishnu fulfill your desires? Yes, we see these examples. 3 examples we saw. The example of Dhruva Maharaj, example of Sudama Vipra, example of Bali Maharaj. In the Dhruva Maharaj's case, he had a desire, but when Vishnu appeared, he said no. He said, I don't want anything. Everything looks like a palm tree. It's like a piece of glass. Still, uh, Vishnu gave him the boon and gave him a Dhruvaloka. Okay. In the second case, Sudama Vipra didn't have a desire. He just came, he offered something. In that return, he just gave what, like, multiple times more than what he has ever thought. Okay. And the third example is Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj's case is little different because Krishna wanted to reform him, right? And Krishna mentioned, even though Vamandev pushed him down to the Patal Loka, become his doorkeeper, he also promised that in the next life he will become Indra. Okay, the next Indra will be, because he stopped the Ashwamedha Yagna, which he was doing to achieve the Indra Loka, or to become Indra. Bali Maharaj was performing it, but because Vamanadev stopped it, he accepted to give that position, even though he didn't finish his 100 Ashwamedha Yagnas. He accepted to give that position to Indra. So by these examples, we can see that Krishna or Vishnu can give the boons. These are all material desires or material boons. They fulfill them completely. They'll fulfill them. Okay, first point. Second point is, then why people go to demigods? People go to demigods because Shipram, the word Shipram, where we started, Shipram is quickly they can achieve the results. Shipram hi manushe loke. Shipram, very quickly they get the material desires fulfilled from the demigods. But what are they? They are very temporary. So how do you take an example? What is an example for this? So let's say if a child is asking for um, chocolate or candy, okay? If a child is asking for candy or a chocolate, uh, you go to the shopkeeper, you pay money, he gets the chocolate. Okay, he knows that very well. That's easy. That's a duty. If he pays that money to the shopkeeper, shopkeeper's duty is to give the chocolate or candy. Okay, that is like human beings are the persons in this material world. They go to the demigods. Demigods, they perform their sacrifices for the demigods, and demigods will give the results or quickly. It's an easy process. You go buy a candy and you get the candy. You pay the money, you get the candy. But in case of let's say the same child, he goes to his mother and tells her that I need a candy or chocolate. What does mother do? Mother says that I know you like candy or you like sweet. What I'll do, I'll make a sweet for you, okay, which is better than candy, because the candies outside are not healthy, or chocolate is not healthy. I'll make a beautiful sweet, we'll offer it to Krishna and give it to you, okay. So that is the difference. The child still gets it sweet, but the child will get with the reformation or with some kind of uh, emotions attached to it, to ensuring the health of the child, okay. So there, the example we talked about is a child approaching a mother and child approaching a shopkeeper for the candy. When it is approaching a shopkeeper for the candy, it is just a business, it's a business transaction, right? But when he approaches mother, it's a business, it's a transformation. She has that relationship has some kind of emotions and some kind of concerns attached to that relationship, right? So someone is concerned about like others. Same way, Lord is concerned about us. When you approach Lord, he gives it, but he'll make sure that that is utilized or it is really required for you. He'll judge us. He'll makes a point. Okay, you are asking for a candy, but you have diabetes already. Like, no, I don't want to give that to you. And if I give that to you also, I'll give it in a different proportions and different ways. Okay, that is one example. Let's take a second example. The second example is if you have a headache, right? It's very easy. It's very easy to take a painkiller, isn't it? Take a painkiller, it'll go away. But is that headache going away forever? No. After 8 hours, 6 hours, it'll come back, right? The same thing. When you need something, when you have some problems, you go approach demigod, they'll quickly, it's like a painkiller, they'll give you right away and you're happy. How many days? 1 year, 2 years, 6 months, 1 month. After that, the problem still comes back again. But if it is a right doctor, if you go to the correct doctor, the doctor will analyze it. He'll see why this headache has happened. What kind of medicine has to be treated? Is that headache because of the cold? Is that headache because of watching the screen for a long time, or is that headache for some other thing? And he prescribes you the proper and appropriate medicine for your condition. That is Krishna. So the doctor, the intelligent doctor or intelligent is Krishna. He knows, he gives you. I mean, he fulfills your desires according to the appropriate situation you are in. Okay, so those are the two examples. Now, so what should be our position regarding the demigods? So demigods are good. Like, who are demigods, first of all? So Srila Prabhupada clearly mentions that demigods are also living entities with higher powers. Okay, so they are parts and parcels of Krishna himself. Srila Prabhupada mentions Krishna, Vishnu, Narayan are the gods, or that is called a supreme god. There is nothing called as Hindus have 33 crore gods. It's not gods. They are all the demigods who are appointed by Lord Vishnu. They are all nothing but living entities with higher power or higher positions. Uh, so now the question is like, do we, what is your position as a devotee? Let's say you're following a Krishna or you're following ISKCON. So what is your position as a devotee towards demigods? Can we just blaspheme them? No. Demigods have higher power. They have been appointed by Lord himself. So we should be very, very respectful for the demigods, because they are being appointed by the Lord to perform their duties. Okay. So now the question comes, if demigods can give you the boons, right? Then that is, and Krishna appointed them, then what's wrong in going to them? Then why has, first question is like, why has Krishna created them? Like, if you don't want to go to them, then why has Krishna created them? Krishna created them because every individual entity or the living soul has its own independence. According to the independence, you get your desires. Okay. So Srila Prabhupada in his purport multiple times he mentions that intelligent people or intelligent men, they go and think for the eternal solution, right? but not everyone is intelligent enough to think for the eternal solution. In the meantime, Krishna has provided, or Lord has provided all these demigods with the powers, so that he doesn't. He's a loving father. He's equal to everyone. He's very very loving to everyone. That's why he created these demigods. He says that okay, that's okay. If you want to fulfill your desires, at least you approach the demigods. Now, if you don't want to come to me, at least approach demigods instead of enjoying yourself, or instead of going into Gnostic or atheism. Okay, so that is one more point I want to mention. Sudhir Bhauti Karmaja. I think I have covered almost all the points I have it for today. Please share your reflections and realizations if you have any. I want to hear. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, in the olden times, we've seen that just from the, little bit television serials also, we used to see that even when Mother Sati was going to her father's place, there was a big yagya happening, and all the Devi Devtas were invited there. And also, that was said that you also, like for the Purna Ahuti, Brahmaji, Lord Shiva, and Vishnu Bhagwan had to be present. So there's a, because the demigods are there, like even in the other, there is a uh, another sampradaya. I don't know how you say. My grandfather used to go to something called Arya Samaj. Sorry, Arya Samaj. I don't know whether you've heard this word before, but in
Yes.
the Arya Samaj, they do not worship demigods, but they would worship earth, fire, water, and he would be doing the Purna Ahutis, and that's what he used to perform. So, but they would call all the Pancha Bhutas, everything, and then in the end, it goes, the Purna Ahuti goes to the Supreme Lord.
Hmm.
Is that a sequence that even today is followed? Is that proper that we do invite and we do worship? Because, like, Krishna has made the sun god, the moon god, for for the specific services that they are doing, which are very eternally required for the living existence.
Hmm.
Without them, we would not be alive too. And I think, like in the spiritual world, we know, like, as per my little knowledge, all the spiritual world is so big, but everybody is serving Krishna in some way or the other. And if Krishna has made certain, demigods for a certain reason, we worship them in the sequence, and then the Purna Huti goes also to the, to Lord Krishna. So
Krishna.
is that not a proper way, Prabhuji?
So
Just
Mataji,
from the,
yes, yeah. Thanks for that nice question, Mataji. So my understanding is there is nothing called as proper way or improper way, but Krishna says that if you are a devotee, you don't have to go through all those things. Okay, first point, you can directly approach me. Okay. Second thing is like, is it proper, or if you say is it improper to go through demigods? No, it is not improper. So there are systems which were developed. For example, if you do Vaishnava yagna, okay, when we perform Vaishnava yagna, it's different, but there are some other sampradayas also. When they perform yagnas, they invite all the demigods to that yagna. Okay, before they start the yagna, they'll invite demigods. They perform Ganesh Puja. They perform different demigods. They invite them there, and they perform that pujas. Okay, so there is a system in the Vedas. There is a system. We follow the, people follow the Vedic principles to do that. That is also one way of doing it. Okay, personally I think it's not improper, but we don't have to go through that. If when I say we don't have to go through that, we don't have to go through that when we are completely dedicated and completely elevated ourselves to the position of a devotee. Okay, if you ask me, are you a devotee? I am not. Okay, so what I'm saying is like, yes, we have to follow the rules and regulations which were mentioned um, to satisfy all the demigods. At the same time, you go to Krishna also. Did I confuse you or did I answer your question, Mataji?
No, Prabhuji, you are very correct. In my own lifespan, we've moved from little by little with your own education and own knowledge from, your heart also gives you. But I have seen that at the path, like today when I'm standing and I look back 10 steps ago, there's a transition. And being a Krishna's devotee, something I think eventually your desires die out because you're looking for something so much more supreme. You want to be serving, you want to love Krishna. It's a different thing. So your desires somehow die out. But I was wondering that even today, when there are no rains, back in India, they worship so many demigods, etc., for the rain, Lord Indra, etc. So I was just thinking that is that, is that wrong or is that correct or don't know that. But devotee, Prabhuji, definitely, like you said about the three examples that you gave, devotee classification is totally different. It doesn't come close to this actually.
So basically, yes, if you perform your activities with full faith on Krishna, he'll take care of it. Srila Prabhupada mentioned that for the rains, please perform Harinam Sankirtan. Harinam Sankirtan is the perfect process to get rains. So that was an set example, and we have also seen that the rains happened because of the Harinam Sankirtan. But the other, what I'm trying to say is like, yes, people will, according to their, we cannot jump the gun. One thing right now, oh, I am the devotee, I follow ISKCON, so I'm the devotee of Krishna, so I don't care for anyone else. That is not the attitude we should have. We should always respect them. The second point is, if it is like, if we are following Krishna, and if we need, for example, if you're following the traditions, that is a different story. Let's say I come from a tradition where we celebrate Ugadi, like, it's a new year for us. Okay, ISKCON by itself doesn't follow Ugadi, right? I mean, because ISKCON is like, Ugadi is specific to Telugu or some Marathi people. They perform that new year and they call it as Ugadi. So I'm a devotee of Krishna, so do I have to stop celebrating Ugadi? No. You have to respect your birth and your culture where you come from. Okay, so I mean, I'm not such a big devotee that I deny everything and go back and do the, like, I'll stop and oppose all the culture and traditions I came up with. No, that is wrong. No, we should be always careful enough. More than careful, you should be always uh, in a humble attitude. You have to accept. We should not go revolt saying that I am a ISKCON devotee now, I don't follow other things. So that happened for many devotees. That
It's 8
happens to the
o'clock.
anyone who comes to ISKCON for the first time, because of the strong knowledge. Srila Prabhupada, with Srila Prabhupada mercy, they get strong knowledge and they go into that attitude that I know everything and you are all doing wrong thing. So that should not develop. So that's what I'm telling you. The good example.
1 minute, Prabhuji, there, when we go to New Vrindavan, I remember they told about the story about the kundas. The day there are Radha Kund there and the small other kunda, I don't forget the name. They said when the New Vrindavan was being made, there was a scarcity of water and the kundas were not there. And they prayed and actually it manifested on its own. That is a story that was told in New Vrindavan. I have a book also for New Vrindavan, and that was the story that relayed. So yeah.
The Lord fulfills your desires, Mataji. And first, second thing, or this is a different topic. I'm sorry I could not recognize you the other day in the temple. So yeah, now I know you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Any other points or reflections? Do you think what we discussed is right or wrong? I want to hear from Sachin Mata.
Yes, Prabhuji, Haribol. Sorry, I was on mute all the time. Actually, I was with Ashna. She has a driving test, so I was teaching her. Just came home.
Any thoughts, Mataji? We want to hear from you.
the thing about, again, I think I have made this point earlier also regarding the desires being fulfilled. And just like Gauri Mataji said, somehow when you get into Krishna consciousness, all these material desires slowly, like they go away. But what I am trying to say, and I've said this before also, why ask the demigods, like even like when I was praying to the demigods, I did not believe in asking, because again, you do not know what is good for you. So just, you do not know what is good for you. So just like the prayer should be, like even to Krishna, it should be, if you so desire, then do it. Otherwise, and that's what my entire life, that has what been, okay, this is what it is. I don't even like want to open my mouth and ask. You are sitting in my heart, just like you say, and what is going on. If I'm like striving for something or a job or anything, so give it to me if you think, Krishna, if it's right for me. Otherwise, give me the strength to accept your decision. That's how I am, and that's how my prayers are always, just give me, because his decision is not always going to be what I will like, right? Krishna's decision is not going to be.
Right, Mataji, I think you went in mute.
No, I think it's before.
You can't hear me?
Now
Yes,
we can hear you.
you can, yeah.
So basically, and I have realized that at that point I might not realize that this was in my best interest, but later I did realize that whatever decision Krishna took for me, even in my profession, or anything, that was the best for me. So you won't realize it there and then, but after several years. So yes, demigods, you can go to them, you can do all the vratas, you can do all the pujas, you can
Yeah, I think it's a signal issue. It's,
But
yeah, it's maybe outside, Mataji, I don't know.
get them fulfilled. But can you hear me now?
No,
No.
I think there is a signal issue, Mataji. I think probably may not be so close to Wi-Fi or breaking when you say, and also we don't hear for some time.
Haribol, can you hear me now? No?
Yes.
Mataji.
Sorry about that. I'm at home now. I don't know why it's happening. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, Mataji, we can hear.
So that's all I wanted to say, Prabhuji, that when we don't know what is best for you, then why even open your mouth and ask? Krishna is sitting in your heart, he knows. But at the same point, I did have a question. The question is that, okay, you can explain it to yourself, but when it comes to your kids, and they are frustrated about not, like, supposing they're in college or wherever, and then they are not getting what they want, you can say, and then it happens not one time, it happens 2-3 times, and they get frustrated, so that then you start to feel, okay, what should my prayer be then to Krishna, because you can understand that point, but they don't know, they're young, they don't know, so unko wo frustration ho jata hai, ki I'm not getting. So what should your prayer at that time be to Krishna? Because I don't want to ask, because I know whatever he's doing to my child is the best. But then at the same time, you feel for your child too, ki okay, wo frustrate ho raha hai, like he's getting to a point where, like if he or she is failing, unka desire nahi ho raha fulfill. So they're getting to that frustration level. And that is, I, like went through that a few months back, and I'm like, Krishna, why this dilemma, because I know what you're doing is right, but they're not understanding at this point. Maybe after I did, say to him and her, like I said, after 2-3 years, you will realize that this something that you are asking for or want, I will underline the thing want, is so trivial, but it's very meaningful to you right now.
Yeah, Mataji. So Krishna is our supreme loving father, right?
Right.
So let's say our father has something, and we want to, like, we're going through a turmoil, let's say, right?
Right.
And he knows what we want, that's for sure, and he can give also. At the same time, we should not have any hesitation going to him and going back to him and asking. Okay, that's one point
Mm-hmm.
I want to make clear. You're not asking for yourself, but there is a process we discussed like a long time back. Now, if you have to go to ask Krishna, you can ask him. He's our father, he's loving father, he's going to give. He's the king of everything, right? He knows, he's a creator, he has everything under his control. We can ask him, Krishna, this is my situation. Okay, we can talk to the deities, we can talk to Krishna, we can talk to Krishna, saying that, look, this is my situation. If you think,
It's
if you
good.
think, if you desire, if it is good for our future or for eternal whatever things, if you think it is good for us, please do this.
Yeah, that's what I don't do it for myself, but sometimes I think for the kids, because they're getting to that point, like, or like I say, please guide them towards the right path, so that
Right,
they don't get frustrated.
right, mother. This can be for kids or for any other devotees. When we pray for others also, we can pray for
Mhm.
others for sure.
Mhm.
Krishna listens to our prayers. If we sincerely pray, he will listen.
Mhm.
This is nothing for him, right? He can do anything. He's the creator of each and every atom. Like, think about that. He can do anything in this world. He
Mhm.
can, with his energy, all these planetary systems are working. Everything is going in a cycle. Everything is working on its orbit. Like, all the planets are
To-
revolving their orbits without moving. Clarity, everything very minutely or very neatly. He's running this whole show. And what are we? We are just little elements. Whereas our desires are nothing for him, right? So, and if they are very favorable for us, he'll do it, Mataji. And there is not,
Yeah.
my opinion, there is nothing wrong. Instead of going to someone else, just go to Krishna and ask him. He's better.
Mhm. Yeah. But then
Prabhuji, can
again,
I
he
say a
has
few
done, yeah.
words? Prabhuji,
Uh, yeah,
can I?
Mataji. Sachi
Yeah,
Mataji
just
was
want to
saying
say a
one
few
thing.
words for Saraswati
Yeah.
Mata, anybody, even Sai Lakshmi Mataji, anybody. Yeah, I wish that you establish Mataji a 100 conversation page with Krishna every day. Mataji, what I do is there are times when I'm in um, deep thoughts and some questions, and because I don't have a friend circle, I somehow avoid a lot of people. But I have so many things that I go through in my thoughts, etc. And I would put a note in my Krishna, in my Gita book or something, and or any way of conversation, with Krishna. But I wish, Mataji, if you can have a very close conversation with Krishna. And I tell you, Mataji, I guarantee you will get an answer from within your
I
heart.
do, Mataji. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
I do.
Mataji,
I
if you,
talk to him all the time.
yes, all the time. And sometimes
I
if you feel that he's not answering, if you have a very detailed question, you want him to listen exact words for you can text it out, write down on a piece of paper, and put it in a book. Mataji, I've been doing this for a few years, and I feel it is getting so close to Krishna. I tell everybody from my personal experience that you will feel different things with him. He answers you through people. He, like
Yeah,
today,
yeah,
what Hari
Mataji,
Krishna
yeah,
Prabhu
yeah,
Das told
yeah.
me about Gita recitation. I felt like, oh, Krishna is telling me that for my book distribution, I should know how to pronounce the Sanskrit. I said, he's telling me I need to do it better. So I get these
Yeah.
messages from him, in some way or the other.
Yes, yes,
So
Mataji. Yeah, yeah. All the time. Yeah, I too. Or through somewhere or something, whatever, it's always answered. Yeah. I have experienced that too. Yeah.
yes,
Yes,
I wish
Mataji.
everybody
Yeah.
does that. Everybody does that.
Yeah. I don't even, it's just, I don't even open my mouth, it's just my conversation is going on like day in, day out with him. Like I even get upset with him sometimes, why?
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want from me?
Yes.
Sometimes, it's just a beautiful relationship. You just have
Yes.
to realize it. It's just beautiful.
Sure.
Uh,
Very nice.
वो है ना,
Correct.
वो एक कहावत है ना, बिन मांगे मिले ना भीख. I believe in that because बिना मांगे he has given me so much, like, okay, the frustrations and all, it's a part of your life, the struggles and everything, but Why do I even have to open my mouth? Because, he's just taking care of everything. He's just beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you,
sometimes he
Mataji.
even talks so much. Sometimes he literally, Krishna is talking so much. I mean, it's just that devotees, I'm sure
You have
every
to
devotee has an
listen.
experience. He talks so much. He gives you so much information all the time. You're like, okay, I'm done. Sometimes this kind of thing happens that he's conversation with you. He's talking to you so much, but it's your inner. Sometimes that's why I've seen devotees getting quiet, myself getting quiet because I'm having a personal conversation with him, and I'm getting whatever he's telling me. So that's why I wish that I know devotees are having it also in their own hearts, that he's talking to them, he's giving a conversation message to them. So that's why I thought, I should just say it, out loud.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you for
that's
sharing. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay,
Thank
Hare
you, Mataji.
Kishore Prabhu, you heard me a lot now.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Bol.
It's 12. Thank you. Wonderful realizations, wonderful class, wonderful topic. So nice to cover the real knowledge, transcendental knowledge, what needs to be done, what is what. That's what is Bhagavad Gita, the importance of Bhagavad Gita, that gives us the proper understanding. Yeah, only Supreme Lord can give the liberation, nobody else. Always remember that. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kishore Prabhu. I would also humbly request devotees, please stay for we have a book distribution meeting. It's 8 o'clock. It's every Monday that is scheduled for. So that this is more on the operational and strategical and operational, so that we can carry forward. And this is very, very important. And in this age of Kali, and we all know that how do we benefited just by hearing Bhagavad Gita, or just by getting a simple literature, Srila Prabhupada, or read about Krishna or Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It is all mercy of Srila Prabhupada and the Supreme Lord. So our duty, our mission is to give this to others. That's a real mercy. That's a real mercy. What we're talking about, what we're mentioning about, real compassion and mercy for others is to spread this holy name, give this out to the people. So to that note, let's pray and pay our obeisance to all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. Vancha kalpatarubhasya vasindubhyevacha Padidanam
Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Namo Namah.
Vaishnavendra
Ki
Bhagavad Gita ki
Jai.
Wonderful. So let's begin our Sankirtan meeting. Our Sankirtan meeting, we always start with the Srila Prabhupada's prayers. So let's all together pray. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Adi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Dinamane
Namaste
Sri
Saraswati
Saraswati Devi Guruvani Pratani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vishati Nishtarane Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare
Hare.
The Transcendental Book Distribution ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada. Jai, Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear devotees. So we can see that everybody is here. Wonderful. That's very nice. So everybody can unmute yourself. Maybe you can unmute your video, that we all can see each other and we all can talk each other. This is don't need to be hide back ourselves. Wonderful. Okay. I can see Guri Mataji is there, Sai Lakshmi Mataji is there, Neeta Mataji is there, Puneet Prabhuji is there, Divesh Prabhu is there, Vardhananda Prabhu is there, Shweta Mataji is there. Divesh Prabhu, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. It's very happy. You are very, very, not that you're very much fond of and very much in the Srila Prabhupada's books and distribution of books. You were mentioning about the old age homes. This, what is that called? the elders. What is that called?
Nursing homes.
The nursing homes. Exactly, the nursing homes, about distributing the books in the nursing homes. See?
But also adult
And-
daycares as well, Prabhuji.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, but your desire is there, so that Srila Prabhupada, brought you here. That's what I wanted to say. Krishna is brought you here. That's very nice. Puneet Prabhuji is there, Amrudananda Prabhu is there, Satyajama Mataji is there, Shweta Mataji is there, Saji Mata is there. Wonderful. Very nice. Okay, so let's begin with our agenda today. So basically, this is for new devotees. Just let me give one introduction. But this we have every week, and the main agenda of this meeting is to how we can explore, how we can boost our book distribution during this COVID, as well as in coming months. So now it's a difficult time, but even in the difficult time for devotional service, there is no such like time or kala or Prakriti is not there. It's devotional service. It's absolute. It is possible in all time and circumstances. So first of all, let us congratulate our dear devotees, those who were in the past few weeks calling out the people and distributing the books and sending the books to them and taking and mailing them and all these things. So there were Gauri Mataji was there, Sai Lakshmi Mataji was there, Nida Mataji was there. Everybody was so much very nicely engaging, calling out the people. So let's all dear devotees together say Haribol to them. So they are so wonderfully, so dedicated, so sincerely and selflessly carrying out this mission of Srila Prabhupada. So let's say Haribol to all these dear devotees.
Haribol.
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 And all the dear devotees, those who are helping in the, either maybe on the upfront or maybe on the back end or the background. We're all helping this book distribution. So let's say Haribol to all the dear devotees. For that end, say Haribol to all the devotees. Arun Prabhu was there. Puneet Prabhu was there. And, Amrudananda Prabhu was there. And of course, all, I don't know Mataji, Nida Mataji, your Prabhuji's name, husband's name?
Prabhuji is Kunal Prabhu.
Kunal Prabhu was there, and everybody was there. And Divyesh Prabhu was there. Divyesh Prabhu brought, see that? The sincerity. Last week, Prabhuji bought from the store just to put that the pamphlet of the book distribution, the description. Many are actually brought on the table. See that? Such a wonderful service. That that's what is real, what is called is coming out from the heart. We didn't tell Prabhuji to buy it, but Prabhuji himself bought and brought to the table and just to distribute the books. Prabhuji knew that there will be book distribution or no, I don't know, but Prabhuji bought it from the store and bought it for distributing the books. And Prabhuji sent to me that text message earlier, but I couldn't see that. And only after Sunday, Prabhuji brought back those, what is that called, Prabhuji? The stand? What do you?
Oh, those are sign holders, Prabhuji. So basically, like, the benefit of it is that I guess people can see, it and read a little, get a little understanding, and also like I believe it helps a little bit.
Yeah. Yes, of course. Yes, it's of course we can put that all in a very nice way, nice format, nicely designed. We can put nicely designed, that flyers and all inside, and it's very, very informative.
What is it again, Prabhuji? Sorry.
It's a sign holder.
Sign holder.
Sign holder. Okay.
Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you. And let's also Haribol to all the dear devotees, those who are helping like this way. Haribo, Haribo.
Haribol.
Very nice.
Haribol.
Yeah, wonderful. So let us come to our agenda today. That first of all, we mentioned that we can accomplish certain things in every week. There are so many things. The first of all, to organize our book distribution endeavor. Like one is the book books and the inventory. We mentioned that by last week. By last week. We should have some picture of what we have, what we don't have. So do we have something like that? Um, inventory? Prabhu?
We are not to that position probably yet in terms of what we don't have. We surely know what we have. And I was there Saturday doing the inventory and was able to complete was compelled to complete half the stock, which is almost like 140 some boxes.
Okay.
So I have started updating the spreadsheet, which is there in the Google Drive. And but anything for me to further move on, I've been needing extra hands, needing some volunteers
Okay.
to have it lift the other boxes which are very heavy and down below, because you cannot assume that what's on the seventh box up top is
Up,
the
down,
same
and down.
as the what's on the ground.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be a false picture. So
okay, that's a good point. So
and
what
then there.
yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
No, so how we can do that? Then we need some more devotees, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, Saturday I know that you were there, but what happened? That time we had a short of devotees due to this COVID. So a couple of our devotees were not present for the Mangalarti service. Then we had to share each other. So it be quite late. It was become like 8:45 or close to 9 that we opened the altar. We were supposed to open by 7:30. That didn't happen. That then we got late and then came after then pretty much like 10 or 10:30, and then I think only so Nida Mataji was there, Gauri Mataji was there. Then I was also, my wife was cooking and all were there since morning, early morning, and then, okay, that's okay. That's fine. So then we can plan that on this week, right? At least a few devotees will be there, I'm sure. We can also call some more devotees. Maybe Sujit Prabhu, if possible. Prabhuji, just check with him. Sujit Prabhu can
Sure.
come.
I will talk with
Yeah.
him and see if anybody else also in my mind. I'll try to reach out devotees.
Reach those devotees, and probably they can. I'll be also there, and so we can go around and see that what we can collect all those. The main thing is there's a lot of books in the community hall, lots of books in the container, and lots of books in the devotees' home. So what I would also suggest, Prabhuji, just send a note out in the book distribution group that if anybody keeps the books in their home, I think we used to have, please let us know, right? Maybe Srimati Mataji may have a lot of books. So likes that.
Okay.
Just send a note out to the book distribution group that, that's pretty much covers all our.
Sure, I can do that. But
So
I think the bigger challenge which I'm foreseeing is going to be maintaining it going forward, which is going to be secondary. We'll talk about that also as we move on. Like people have their own stocks, what is being sold, how much is being out versus what's remaining. So, I mean, we can have inventory for sure to begin with, like I said.
Yeah. So then depends on. So if you have the inventory and we have a list of devotees who have the books, then we have a list.
When you say list of devotees, or you will also mean the list of devotees which bought books and with how many books, or just books? Like, I mean, I'm not sure what.
No. Actually, what happens, during the December marathon and during the time, what happens? Few devotees get the books from our store. They collect the books, they keep it in their car. So wherever they go, they distribute, but usually they don't put it back. Some bring back and some still keep it in their car. Like, for example, we used to have like Kishore Bhupati Prabhu's garage. We had some books. Srimati Mataji may have some boxes or some books. Some other devotees may have, maybe Devakinanda Broji may have some boxes in his car, or Krishnamananda Prabhu may have some boxes. So we'll come to know that whether they have any books in their car or in their home. So like for Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam or Krishna book or something like that. So then it's our book, right? It's not their book. It's temple books. So we should have a list of inventory of those books, right? So then if you just send out a note in the book distribution group, and please let us know if anybody has any books with you. We are collecting inventory.
Sure.
So we are taking out the inventory for our, correct updates of the books what we have. So that, they may still keep, or, in case we need it, so we can request them, okay, or somebody is nearby their home buying it, we can tell them that to go and distribute this book, right? That way, it's kind of easy, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think that is very helpful. Also, if devotee wants a book, we can always, ask other devotees also.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Yeah. So that way we have those inventory in our Google Doc, so that anytime anybody can go and then we can publish that Google Doc if anybody wants any time. Google Doc, you need to see that only our core devotees can update it, not everybody else, because otherwise,
That is
otherwise
my
they can go and change.
bigger concern. Yeah, exactly. So, what we have versus what we have 2 weeks from now, how is that going to be maintained?
Yeah.
Unless people or devotees start filling in, updating it, the spreadsheet.
Correct. So that our core devotees will have the update access. This is a Google Doc, right? So we can control that access, read, write, execute, access.
Yeah, I think it's editable for all of us.
Yeah. So that way we can restrict that.
Okay, I think that's a good starting point. We can move on with that for now and see what challenges we face. But definitely, yeah, it's gonna take, I think, a couple more weekends to get the whole inventory. It's depending on the volunteers, of course.
Yeah. So Saturday, let's put that
Sure.
at least.
Right, Prabhu. I have it on the agenda.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful.
Thank you.
No problem. Then that's one thing. Second thing is about
the pricing.
Pricing.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, the pricing. Yes, exactly. So I was searching that the price tag last Sunday I checked with the Madhuri Prabhu, and I went into the gift store. Prabhu said that we couldn't find out anything. So the other option is Gauri Mataji was mentioning about that we can buy from these tags from the stores.
We already ordered, Prabhuji.
We already
so
ordered.
Prabhuji, yeah.
Okay.
So Prabhuji, sorry, when my turn will come, whenever you allow me, I will let you know what we ordered yesterday.
Okay.
And if it is delivered by Thursday, we would need.
You go ahead and you can speak.
Okay. So Prabhuji, we all know that our books and our bookstore, the earlier location where it was, the corner was very much not noticed. But the way Prabhuji and Mataji's, what we have all seen is that because of the location now, so anybody who comes towards the deities, they turn towards the right and they kind of get attracted towards the paintings and the books, and everybody somehow I've seen, they come, at least they look around it. So that is one beautiful thing. But now, because the books and paintings are cluttered, they are like falling, and books are all over the place. So what Simesh Prabhuji, I requested Simesh Prabhuji is that is there a way that we can arrange them? So he agreed, and what we have ordered is a stand which comes like this. I have a picture of it which I sent to Simesh Prabhuji. What I will do? I can send the picture to the team in the core group. Yeah. But it's basically a stand which is like on the table and we can see till the top. So there are 4 stands we have ordered, 2 for the tables. This is all Simesh Prabhu's agreement. He agreed on this and he thought it was useful to it. So we ordered yesterday 2 which stand on the table and 2 which stand on the floor. So there are about, which stand on the floor, it's about 10, what do you say, 10 levels, 10 levels it goes. So our books can be very clearly be visible, because what happens is that when people come, like on the Saturday they had come, they asked, can I look at the children's books? And we are like, oh, let me see. So I'm going here, I'm going there. One is here, one is there. I don't know, oh, which else books that I have to look. This is the challenges that I was facing. So we were thinking that we would need our core team to come, redesign our bookstore place so nicely that it is self-service. Self-service is that because we are not able to come to the temple all the time. Any devotee who comes anytime, they comes on Saturday, Sunday, 5 o'clock, some 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, anybody who comes from outside New Jersey, inside New Jersey, any place, it should be a self-service store. So what Simesh Prabhu said is that we should also have a small donation box just for our books. So we ordered a couple of things yesterday. The price stickers. So there is not a machine, just the stickers. So we'll have to mark every book with a price sticker, which is removable, and a price on top of it. So we would need devotees to do marking on all the books. Prabhuji, please correct me if I'm doing something wrong. And if you think it is not right way, please correct me.
No, you're right. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So price tags on all the paintings and also all the books. Then we have the books that are arranged. We have to put them very nicely on the floor, which is on the floor both sides, and also on the table. We also got a visitor's diary. That also we will need to put it there, visitor's diary, where people can put in their number. So on the donation box, we would have to put a note there saying that if you want to put it Lakshmi there, you can directly put it. If you want to, if like an expensive item and you don't have cash, we also have to write a note there saying that please pay online, icnj.com, Sankirtan category, and the donation tab. So it is a self-service center. They look at a price and they pay on the hundi, or they can pay online. That is very nice way. And we also have to categorize the books when we are arranging them. One is a children's section, one is the Gita section, because Gita, and one is a Chaitanya Chaitamrit section, one is the Bhagavatam. So we'll try to arrange them. And I was talking to Sai Lakshmi Mataji yesterday also that we would need volunteers and more ideas when we are arranging the table. It is 1 or 2 times effort that we do this. And then our bookstore becomes a self-service center. Anybody comes, should be able to pick up a book, see the price of it. He will go on a donation hundi, will know how to pay, because the methodology will be mentioned right there. So you can pay on directly cash, or you can go on the website and pay on that. So that becomes like this. The other thing about the paintings. So Sai Lakshmi Ji Mataji will also say it when she gets her turn, but she was also mentioning that we should also have a place where we can display our paintings also. So we would also like to do as a part of step 2 of it, that once the books are nicely arranged in our bookstore, we would put the paintings there. And also we would, when we are distributing the book, we've seen that devotees also ask for Tulsi Mala and the bags. So only Tulsi Mala and bags also we'll put in a small tray, and we will keep all that. Since it's my turn, Prabhuji, I'm also making a catalog, and I'm making a catalog not too much fat. Approximately, I'm trying to make sure the catalog doesn't exceed more than 6 pages. And in one page, I'm trying to put like at least 5 books. So picture of the book, description, and price. So in one page, I'm trying to cover 5 of them. So we can keep sending these on the WhatsApp groups also, and to other devotees, because when we were calling the devotees, they said, can you send me all the books that you have? But I didn't have that time. So I was sending a pictures of it randomly. And I thought it was not a proper way of doing it. We need to have a proper catalog. Prabhuji, these are the catalogs. It has a description of it, and this is the price for it. Please let us know. So we will want to make it very systematically that we can send the brochure easily. And same thing we'll keep on the table also.
Yes, wonderful. That's very, very wonderful.
So Prabhuji, what I would
because of that same catalog, if you can keep us a soft copy.
Yes.
We were also thinking of getting the website, right?
Yes.
Then we can have that part of our website, that as a catalog that we
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Yeah.
If because right now our website doesn't have it, so right now we have to do manually for now, but we'll have to keep sending like this. Also in the same group, the thing that we are doing, we can put a magazine section for Back to God and magazine, because I've seen some magazines there. We can put a price tag, $3 or $4 for a magazine. That one.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, I had a few more points which I wanted to say. Probably should I wait for my turn again to come, or should I just say it now?
Yeah, I think so. Let's hear from devotees. So then we can come back.
Yes.
So, Sai Lakshmi Mataji, anything you'd like to have some of your experiences on calling out the people? Any points that we need to be noted?
I would just say that we should not repeatedly call them, like chasing them. They get a little upset, even though they are devotees, and it's understandable.
Right.
And yeah, we should not be doing that. And secondly, I was talking to Gauri Mataji about putting I think I sent you the picture too.
Yeah.
About organizing the frames so that it's on display for people to see and then buy.
Yeah.
And I can work on that. I can work on that.
Correct. Please do so. What I actually would like, because of our frame is what is called like a 2 by 3 by 2, like what is that? 36 inch, 24 by 24 inch, and then 2 by 2.5. I mean, we need to see that we have different sizes of the frame, right? Suppose if we have this frame, that if we can keep is it possible that we can accommodate our, the frames on our end? So is it possible? That's one thing you need to check, whether or we can customize it, or is it?
We can customize the that mess to go up on the wall, but you have to let us know whether we can occupy that wall. I think there's just one wall on the side, which can be occupied just for the frames,
Okay, so what is the size of all this, Mataji? That is it big? Is it big one?
No, we have to customize it according to the measurement of the wall.
I see. Got it. Okay.
So this week when I go for my service, I will take the measurement, and then I know somebody who can do this. I already spoke to him.
I see. So is it available here in the US?
Yeah, we can do it.
No. Is it available here, or we need to order from
that mess kind of a thing in any home improvement stores? We can have it.
I see. I got it. Okay. Now I got it. Okay. Yeah. Wonderful. That's so nice. Wonderful idea. Yeah. Let's plan on it. So let's actually see on this Saturday what is the size of the wall and where exactly we can place these frames, and so that way, it's.
So you have to let us know whether we can use that wall. Maybe you have to take management's permission. I don't know.
Yes.
That protocol.
Definitely. Yeah, we can simply put anything on the wall. Yeah, we will discuss, and then I'll. So that probably Saturday, if you're coming on Saturday, everybody is there. Madhudipu is there. I'm there. All the other devotees are there, so we can see and measure. All those things can be done. Yeah, that's wonderful.
So Saturday, what time will you be there, Prabhuji?
Saturday morning. I mean 9 o'clock, because usually we open the altar around 8 o'clock, and then when there is a Narasimha Yajna, then after, then we can have some time, and then we can put everything nicely, in the sense that nicely put see that how we can organize all these things. And,
is Narasimha Yajna every Saturday?
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday there's a Yajna.
Yeah. Very Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Anything, Nida Mataji, that you are calling out the people and wonderfully doing anything would you like to add, or anything,
Yeah, Prabhuji, very nice to hear all these suggestions, like wonderful suggestions. So I called only few people, Prabhuji, but it was a nice feeling. It was like, they feel mostly that somebody is there to care for them, just checking out how things are. And festival is coming, so it was nice, Prabhuji. I liked all these ideas about the book distribution in the temple, the book shelf and all. So especially this Japamala beads also will be there. That is very nice. So many people get attracted to it. So maybe we can put a suggested donation for that also, right? Or
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, nothing is free because of its
yeah,
early course. I mean, so we
yeah,
should put a tag for that as well, for the
yeah,
jabab bag, jabab,
yeah.
Everything. Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, so maybe neem beads or something which is, not too much pricey will attract people, I feel. Normally what I have seen, beads people want to take, but if there is a higher price tag, they might think that, it's okay or something like that.
Yeah, we don't need to. I mean, we basically what we need to keep is actually the basic ones, right? Because
Yeah, right.
of one thing is actually, usually we don't recommend tulasi beads for the beginners.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Sorry.
for example, a person is eating meat or eggs and other things, and they are, I mean, basically, tulasi is not recommended for them.
Yeah, right.
Rather, it's recommended the neem one, actually, the neem, right?
Yeah.
So we should, basically, we should keep, we should say that this is the neem bead bag, bead, Jabamala beads, and this tulasi is only for those who are, we should keep that tulasi separate and this basic
Hmm.
ones. The basic ones may be very less price, maybe $5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe we can keep a small instruction or with a mantra and like when I went to Juhu temple, they had like Pranam mantra, Panchatattva mantra, and Hare Krishna mantra, very small card printed, which said that these two are the mantras you have to chant. So small cards there with that instruction, what they have to chant on beads. So I think we had right earlier in the temple small printed booklets kind of things.
Yeah.
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 Something like that will be there. So maybe.
Right.
Normally they have a japa kit also, but that might be a little expensive with bead bag and beads and instruction. But at least with beads, if there are instruction cards, they might pick up with that. And
yeah, very nice. Yeah, so that we can plan, so that all very nicely. So that way we can pretty much organize our books and so that way we can our inventory and organizations. And now I think Gauri Mataji joined back. So one general idea which I got from Devagi Nandam Prabhuji regarding calling out the people. Prabhuji mentioned to me that basically it may be very helpful. We contact the from our database, and especially avoid the Western population, because of what happens with the Western population. They may not, some may like it, some may not really doesn't like it. I remember that when we went to book distribution in over here, there is in Dayton.
Royal Oaks.
Royal Oaks. Remember that, Prince Prabhu?
Yes, probably.
So we just went to door, knocked the door. One older lady came out. As soon as she saw us, she was so upset and she was so she just immediately called the police. And the cops came and he said, we just, remember?
Yes.
That
was okay.
Yeah, that was okay.
That was just like 1 out of maybe what?
1 out of maybe, yeah.
100 or
yeah, but that's the one thing. Some may kind of take it, in a very what is called. They may just, that like calls and things like that. So yeah, so one thing we can avoid this Western population. Then also let's I mean. I will collect the other names from the Govinda Nandini Mataji, so that we already have these contacts in our contact list. The one reason, I mean, always, and other thing, please follow the script we have. One thing is that, I'm calling, my name is this one. I'm calling from so and so temple. And you gave us your contact number, you contact. So that we are just following up with you, how things are there and how things are going on. And we should ask Amardan to put in the script. Do you have a time to speak? Do you have some few minutes to talk? Our first you are calling from this temple. My name is this. I'm calling from ISKCON of Central New Jersey. Do you have a few minutes to talk? If say no, then we should not, you just say, thank you so much, Mataji. We'll find some other time. And, thank you for joining us. I mean, we should be, I think, this is the first training what is called customer service, right? That's what it's called, customer service, right? And yeah, so very politely and nicely. So that, but if he is, I mean, they like the call. Many people likes the call from the temple. As soon as they hear Hare Krishna, they are very happy to, hear and talk. And some devotees very nicely talk. So we get mixed experiences from each of them. But what we need to actually, we should be what is called always, if they don't like it, very nice, thank you, sorry, whatever we can say, that that we should say that, and then we should, yeah, I mean, always remember we are serving Srila Prabhupada. We are not for anything for ourselves, and you're trying to serve. So think about that, how much difficulty Srila Prabhupada went through just to give one pamphlet or Back to Godhead magazine to one person, right? So this word is, so when you look at that, all this, then it won't be nothing, this. So yeah, so that's so much. Thank you so much for such a wonderful service. Before we coming back to Gauri Mataji, Divesh Prabhu, you wanted to say? Yeah.
Yes. In regards to what you were just mentioning about, like when you make a phone call, right? If they pick up, they definitely have a few minutes to talk. So if we ask them, do you have a few minutes? And chances are they may say no. But if we directly say the reason I'm calling, then it doesn't give them does not give them the chance to say no, because they already picked up the phone. So they definitely have a few minutes. So then right away we say, okay, the reason I'm calling is because you gave us your contact number, and we're reaching out to you for whatever reason, because we want to distribute books to your depending on who who we're contacting. But the key thing, I think, is that if we go directly to the point, the reason we're calling, and then just include the point, or whatever point we're trying to address, to distribute books, or whatever it is. But I think that if we ask, do you have a few minutes, then it gives them the chance to say no, I don't. But they already picked up the phone, so that means they definitely have the few minutes. We should not give them a chance to say no. The reason I'm calling, just get straight to the point. The reason I'm calling is because you gave us your contact number, and I don't know the script. If you give me the script, I could read it and maybe come up with some ideas.
Mm-hmm. Nida Mother, you wanted to say something? You're saying something?
Yeah, I like that point, that that is true. If somebody asks me also, do you have few minutes, then I'll get overwhelmed that, oh my God, they have to talk something long. So it might make them say no, but you keep short and nice, then it is we can start directly and maybe go ahead.
Yeah, that's a tactic. That depends on each person. I mean, as soon as one person picks up Hare Krishna and we get the tone, right? We get that their mood and tone, right? Some may be like Hare Krishna, and then we can say the body language, right? We can hear from this and Hare Krishna, but they may not even say Hare Krishna. They may not even just right, something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. This kind of varies in different situations.
Yeah.
But definitely, Divesh Prabhu has of course, a valid point, because normally when you ask somebody, you have a few minutes. Most of the time, chances are they might say no, and or might ask, "What is this about?" So when they want to know what is this about, might as well just start with the reason I'm calling you is to know how you are, and and how we can be service to you, or we have some books. So however you want to do the pleasant conversation. Yeah, I agree. But depends on, again, we got to be watchful of the person's mood also, like Prabhuji said.
Amardana Prabhu brought up a beautiful script. Prabhuji, would you like to contribute?
Yeah, I think that point is already covered in the script. So if you read the script, it gives the reason why you're calling.
Prabhuji, I will, Divesh Prabhu, I'll forward to you. the script, and that is a review. So that I think that's wonderful. I think the script is quite elaborate. Script is quite standard. I think that I think it works well, very well, right, Gauri Mataji? I think it's that scripts works very well, right? I mean, in your experience.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, yes, it is. It's good actually because I think a major thing came when we had the God Purnima festival that particular week when we were trying to call up the devotees. I also added about the God Purnima festival that it's being celebrated. It's a big festival, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very he's very great, and you should. So that particular thing added it. So it also helped.
Yeah, that's what it is. Every time we can now Ram Navami is coming April 21st. So now everybody now Lord Ram is nobody so these things we can add into it, right? The Ram Navami, Chaturdashi, and then Janmashtami comes and Gita Jayanti comes, Bhadra Purnima comes. One thing or other things will be there always. This little what is called that we add some intelligence into it, right? So so that we get some attention. That's what it is. We try to put some to get some attention on it. But definitely, I mean everybody. I would humbly request everybody should follow strictly the script because of that's our standard, right? So the script needs.
I also feel when we like if we call without any motive, people like it. So main motive should be to invite them to temple and care for them. That how you're doing in these times. So then if they come to temple, they will definitely look at the books. And I mean, if they are devotees, we can just talk about the books. But if not, then they think that this is kind of for selling books they are calling. So that puts people off sometimes. But devotees will definitely be interested in books. So it depends whom we are talking to.
Right.
Yeah,
that's wonderful. So let's do that. So April 21st is the what is called Ram Navami, and so we can also start. I will try to collect the contact details, and so that we can also distribute, and please do so. And I think that's about it.
Prabhuji, I had a few things to say whenever you give me a chance again.
Yeah, that's what it is actually. I mean, before anybody else has anything to add, Satyabhama Mataji, Sachi Mataji, Puneet Prabhuji, and Divesh Prabhu, Amardananda Prabhu. Before we come to that, also we would see that how much what was our book score, and so that we can put it out there, and so that everybody will come to know that. That's also before we come into that. Anybody has anything to add?
Prabhuji, I just wanted to ask you that I sent you the meeting minutes, and I asked for your feedback. I don't know if that was right or no.
No, actually, I just had a glance over it, but actually I swayed, with so many other things, Mataji, and
that's okay. I know, I understand because
so
do you want me
I
to
would
keep
suggest, I would suggest that actually. I was also trying to go to the Google Drive. I think we also need to streamline the Google Doc because of, I think whenever I click on the Google Doc, it's take me somewhere, and it's not only it's giving me the book score and that the main page, nothing else.
Prabhuji, there are different tabs. If you click on, there are different tabs. One is BTG donors, one is orders. Can you, Prabhuji, see when you open that? Do you see a tabs in the bottom?
I saw that. I saw that, but I was looking for the meeting minutes.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think meeting minutes was on the list on that spreadsheet.
Yeah, it's not there in the spreadsheet. So I think it's good. I mean, meeting minutes can be on a separate spreadsheet or separate Word document or something like that. Each time, each week meeting minutes can be in each document. Like, okay, this is the meeting minutes for this date, time, and attendees, date and time, and the meeting minutes, all what we discussed. Then that is a one document, and you can name it that document as meeting minutes on January or April.
And I don't know where to put it, Prabhuji. Should I send it to you and you can do it, or Puneet Prabhu? Should I don't know how to.
Gauri Mataji,
You can send it to me. That's fine.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, actually,
Mataji, yeah.
no, actually, we'll make Sachimata. What I will do is I will make another sheet. The one that we have is there is for mostly the inventory, price, books. I'll make another shared sheet which can be shared again the team. It's going to be on a description of the WhatsApp channel, and you can add the meeting minutes on every tab or something or every. So I'll work with you on that separately.
Okay.
So probably
Okay,
I would
Mataji.
suggest instead of keeping it with the Excel spreadsheet, keeping it as a Word document. It's a document, right? Or then
Yeah,
we
it's a
can,
Word document. That's easier
Word
for
doc-
me. Yeah.
yeah. So then
I'll
what
send it
happens?
to you, Mataji.
Once the meeting minutes, everybody
Yeah.
signed off, everybody, signed off or updated, then we can convert that Word document as a PDF. Then nobody won't go and change. That's exactly the meeting minutes, the purpose of meeting minutes. Then initial draft, Madaji, you can send it to the WhatsApp group. Then if anybody has
Initial draft. Okay.
any suggestion as a draft, anybody has any suggestions, so then you can
Okay.
update that. Then actually, then we can convert that as a PDF document. And then once that is a convert as a PDF document, send it to Puneet Prabhu. Puneet Prabhu can help to
Means
upload.
I try to keep it very simple because I have never done this, so I just kept it very.
I would suggest work with Puneet Prabhu on this meeting minutes and all, so
Okay,
that
then
Prabhuji
I'll
can
just.
help you. So that I'm
And the other thing is, just like last time also I had to leave abruptly. I have to leave at 9, so I need somebody to write. I don't like to leave the meeting
Yeah,
like this, but I do have to go.
I would suggest to help with Puneet Prabhu. Puneet Prabhu, we can carry on that as well.
So okay, fine. Mataji, you have for now what we discussed, right? And I'll
Yes,
take it
yes,
from
I
there.
do.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Okay,
I will
great.
take it
Thank
from
you
there.
so
Hopefully, this
much.
shouldn't go long.
Thank you.
I hope.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think both of you can work together on that. So that way, things are very, very nicely, can put together.
Yes, so Puneet Prabhu, what I sent to Sameshwar Prabhu last week, I'll send it to you, and then you look at it, and then you suggest. You just make
Sure.
suggestions, okay?
All
All
right.
right. Thank you
All right.
so
Thank you.
much.
Hari
So
bol.
I'm going to leave now. Hari bol to everyone.
Thank you
Hari
so
Thank you,
much,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Sajimata.
Thank you. Hari bol.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hari
Okay,
bol.
so let's come back to our. So Mataji, can you please update what is our book score from we started? Maybe what is the current now? How many books what we distributed? Probably that can also we can send it out as well.
Prabhuji, I have to look at the Excel file. I
No
the shared
problem. No
I
problem.
haven't-
Probably
so-
just send it in our group. I think it's
Yeah.
good enough. Maybe whenever you get a time, just send it
Yes.
to our group, and then we can actually update. So everybody is also every week. One thing is actually we need as a part of operations. So every week we can have that our first. I mean, now we are getting into it really, right? Really stepping into it. So one thing on every week is actually what is our inventory, and how many books we have distributed or total score, maybe monthly or weekly, whatever it is.
Prabhuji, how do you want it to be like? So if I should give it to you and you can publish it, Prabhuji,
No,
will
no, no.
that?
Look, you can publish. It means see.
Okay.
Let's say devotees, those who are taking, you should take care of all these things, right?
Okay,
It's
Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, I have to mention the book Chaitanya Charitamrita, how many, and like that.
How many sets? Chaitanya Charitamrita,
Bhagavatam, how much? Okay.
Krishna, how many? Whatever the books distributed, and then we will have the inventory like that. So just send it out. So that way, as a what is called a nice way that okay, this is Krishna book, total score, total Lakshmi points. This what is the payment. So that everybody's
Now, also, I want to make a point that so Gauri Mataji, when you are distributing these books, right? You're taking from the store, I guess. Where are you taking this from? Because we will also have to come the books, like Bhagavatam said, and the other one.
from the store only, yeah.
So we'll have to come up with some kind of like operating model, call it, where if I say, I find 12 sets of Gujarati Bhagavatam and she's taking 3 or 2, then when she fills the spreadsheet, we come out with the right inventory also. So that's, we will also have to start working.
Yeah.
Because, there will not be 12 what I counted yesterday or on Saturday. When I go in next Saturday, there will be less.
Yes.
So how we will have to come up with, some kind of coordination, or make sure people who are selling books or taking books from there. So that's what I was mentioning in the beginning of the call, that maintaining that spreadsheet live is going to be, we'll see how that works. Be a little challenging.
How about, I think because we are just starting off with it, Prabhuji, I know, I know we have to be very sure, because when we are taking the orders also, we don't know what is in the inventory, but we are taking the orders and we have to, give it to them. Prabhuji, how about, I don't know, eventually it will be good if we can have a system and we can keep minusing and, but if we don't have it, if we just put a paper, attached paper on the back of the book, the room, and anybody's checking out can just put, the guy took so many on this date and signed by, like, suppose I took out 2, and I'll put my name and phone number, etc. And then maybe that is good way that you will get to know that I took out on so many books on certain day, and then you can keep updating, and anybody who takes the books from the bookstore can do it for now manually.
Yeah, I mean, there has to be either some kind of a register or some sheet, and again, maintaining a sheet or keeping a sheet is also.
I think I would suggest that. I think the best way over this WhatsApp group, right? So just, if somebody takes the book, just say that I took this many books from this, so that immediately everybody knows.
Okay.
You can also keep your inventory ready. That as soon as you get it, it's in the Google Doc. Or we can say that also we can maintain a Google Doc that, okay, list of devotees also taken. Okay, I taken this.
I think you find, like, Prabhuji, you're right. So let's do it in the WhatsApp for now.
Yeah.
Right, and I'll take care of that. At least I'll just scan that messages and just try to update it in the spreadsheet, and let's see for now. Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Prabhu, I've got to jump off now. So,
anything you have? I wanted to ask you, anything you wanted to share?
The stand which you're going to keep as a self-service is a good idea. And I think that can be done Monday to Friday. The place which came in mind, of course, these are just ideas. We'll have to go through the pros and cons, is when you're facing the altar on the left-hand side where the Vyasasana is on the wall, where the gopis' pictures are there. Maybe if there is something kept over there, or if it's in the current place where it's next to Prabhupada Asan, right behind. The thing is, it should be brightly lit up. So maybe with focus lights or something, because the current situation where the books are, it is quite dark and dingy.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You need something which is very bright and visible, and give it a nice title or a thing like, Prabhupada's library or Bhaktivedanta library or something like that. Something. So people after taking darshan can automatically come to the, this place, and then have a price tag and the donation box. The only thing which I see over there is, of course, 99.99% of the people won't just walk away with a book. That is there. But how would you know that if someone takes a Bhagavad Gita, which is at $10 or $11, how would we know whether that $11 is for Bhagavad Gita or whether it is for some other book which is for $11, or if someone gives instead of $11 for $15? So at the end of the day, when we tally whatever is the Lakshmi collected with whatever the books taken, there could be a mismatch. And then, how do we reconcile that? That would be, but that's a problem for a later day to sort out. But this is an excellent idea of having a Bhakti Vedanta books or something. And
Prabhuji, Prabhuji, I have a suggestion for this. I was thinking of putting a note there, like readable on the wall, saying that whatever you picked up, please put the Lakshmi in the donation box, and please enter this, like a signature, a card over there. Not a card, like a book. When people enter, they sign. All these celebrities you might have seen, something like that. Sign the name of the book and write your name, your email or whatever, so that we know who has taken it and of course, they are going to not walk away with the money. But we can just have that spreadsheet like a thing, little bit in a bigger font or something, book name, date, all that. I can do that kind of a signature thing.
I would also like to suggest on that. Whenever we put the books on the rack, right? So we take a list of books we are putting, right? We are not just blindly putting. So we have to maintain that every week. So we should have a list of the books we are putting on the rack. And if the sense of self-realization is going out, that means that's gone, that's distributed. That should be in our list, that books distributed. And we have to see that the Lakshmi is there also, I mean, sometimes people may not put the exact money or something like that. There may be mismatch of money, but at least we can have the tally of the books went out. I mean, if we keep that every week. Right.
Something which the self-service should make it a very simple process. That would be the main driving thing, because trust, I think, is already there.
Yeah.
Of the thing. So it should be something which is very simple, and at the same time, what this Mataji says, so we have a contact if someone has. I don't know if we can make it digitized of having a kiosk. So we can find out about these kiosks. That looks more, quote unquote, professional, so to say. So if someone picks up a book of Back to Godhead or Science of Self-Realization, for him to sit and write it, I mean, person would do. He's already spent 5-10 minutes looking around. He won't have.
We can put the abbreviation, Prabhuji.
No,
we
no,
can
not
put the entire book name and the abbreviation, so they can enter only the abbreviation.
I'm thinking of a kiosk. So when you go to the self centers, especially at airports in Europe, you do the kiosk with a touch screen, and it's simpler than it sounds. So maybe, I can try and find out this kiosk thing. And one is, it will make it more attractive from the, but then this position, would it be permanent, the bookshelf, or would we have to move it around?
Yeah,
it depends where we put, because of when the festival comes, right? It's like Janmashtami, festival comes, then we have to move maybe a little here and there because of to manage the crowd and all, right?
Yeah, mobile.
So that challenge is always there. Yeah.
Yeah, Mataji's idea is good about taking down the name, and that way also they can.
Yeah.
It will help us keep control of the books going out.
Yeah.
At least we'll know.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Prabhu, I'm sorry, I'll have to jump out now.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Anything required from me, please drop me a note. Thank you, everybody. Great seva you all are doing. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you.
Oh, Prabhu, one more thing.
Yeah.
Last weekend, there was some miscommunication because we were supposed to do it, and I called up Madhupati around 9:30. Prabhu, I spoke to him 9:30, 10. And he says, no one has come. There's no need. So next weekend, it is scheduled. So there was some communication gap. And here I just now hearing on this call that they were short-handed. That there wasn't anybody. I can definitely help on the Sankirtan. My problem is
I would like to suggest, since you can come and help in the, it's like Prabhupada Arati, and if you are free, on Sunday morning, you can come and do the Prabhupada Arati and all, and you can also help us, in some ways.
Yeah, I'll definitely. Sunday morning, actually, I'm there for the cooking with Subala Prabhu.
Oh, you're there. Okay.
Yeah, for the cooking. But
Saturday, if you're free, you can come.
20 minutes or something to do. I thought usually it was, but Krishna Mohan Prabhu's son is also down with COVID.
Yeah.
He was the one who used to do.
That is why, we were short of. I think it's not that entire 5-6 devotees are there. It's kind of challenging. So,
Yeah, Prabhu, you let me know what is there. I can do it, no problem.
Yeah.
Only request is, everyone should be in mask at all times.
Yeah,
Sometimes the mask falls down.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm laughing, but it's pretty. Of course,
Yeah.
you are very careful. I know you're
Yeah.
one of the careful persons. Okay, okay. So you let me know, and
Sure. Very nice.
drop me a note or call me. And if
Yeah.
you need me on Saturday or Sunday, let me know what time.
Yeah, sure.
Even for the Sankirtan, my only limitation is, Prabhu, I can't lift very heavy weight.
No. You don't need to.
Gone out, but doing all this inventory and writing notes and putting price tags and all.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think we will be getting Gauri Mataji. When are we getting this one? It's in a few days.
Prabhuji, Thursday, I think we are getting. So as soon as I get it, I will send a note on the Sankirtan group that we need a couple of people. And Prabhuji, this is a very good idea. If we can have a permanent little machine where people can put the credit card, because telling them that online you go to ICNJ and this, it's a little bit, sometimes people like, oh, it's a hassle, who will do it? Let's leave it. So they get into that mode of, it's difficult. Whatever people find difficult, they just kind of ignore it. So if we have, not now, Prabhuji, maybe in next 1 months, if there is a way that we can have that little small online, payment machine directly on the table.
Correct. I saw that in Houston Temple. So what they do, actually, they do have a permanent setup. We were also thinking, I think it's last year, we were also thinking to put that kiosk. So whoever comes into the temple, if they wanted to donate, they can swipe it. And, nowadays people don't carry much cash, but they can swipe. We will discuss on that.
As and when it goes. Prabhuji, I think very good idea is that if we can have a permanent setup, because that way we will permanently beat some corner, but at least we've got some of the things that we've already ordered. But having a permanent setup with some light setup will be helpful, because then we will try to make it very nicely that it's difficult to move, but we will have everything arranged, paintings nicely arranged on the wall, which will be like, these are the price. So anybody can come and see, oh, the paintings are here, and we don't have to keep moving, but it will be very lighted. So and we can give it a name also, very nice paper name. We can put a tag on top of the thing that this is the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, etc. But I think this will eventually come once we have these things there. Donation box, visitors log, kiosk, and tags, and different pictures of there, which are more attractive for people. But eventually I was thinking in that direction, if we start going, things will start manifesting on its own, how it will be. So Prabhuji, I think the first part here is I'll tell on the group when we have these things ready. Let's go to the table. Let's put it wherever we can for now. And then eventually, once we start getting more and more things, we will try to make a permanent setup. So with little things, a new design comes in the mind, and we'll try to make a permanent one. But I think the direction is nice right now. But in the Prabhuji, one thing you can definitely do, Prabhuji, you can try to find the kiosk. That is really must. Because we can't tell people that even Saturday also, there were a couple of people, I told them, go on the ISKCON site, then click on this button. It's very difficult.
I mean, I agree with you, because when they come and they like the frame, I mean, they can like $250 or something, then, they may not have it. They should have that. I mean, if you like it, you can pick it up, they can, like that. But some challenge is also there, right? I mean, how do we know that whether they paid or not, if
Sakshi Gopal.
I think it's challenging, but I think it's overall, I don't think so that anybody would come and do anything like that.
Yeah. Even I don't think. In the front of the deities, no, I don't think so. I mean, at least I am very much sure that everybody will be able to give more, but not less. I feel so.
So probably when, please come. I think everybody, I would humbly request everybody be there on Saturday morning. So probably Madhuri Prabhu will also there, we can update him also. That, then we can have nice, these frames and this permanent place and all. Then
and a big name will probably, once we have this little bit, once different devotees come, right? Neeta Mataji is there, Sai Lakshmi Mataji will also come. We'll call Amritanandan Prabhu also, and many more devotees can come. We can try to think which is the best idea. We can have a permanent setup, a very book stall saying Bhaktivedanta Book Trust or whatever, and all the books in a nicely way. It will be so attractive. We can try to get some lights also there, that it becomes a focused place that people will have to come there. We'll try to make it like that.
Yeah, exactly. Very nice, very wonderful. Good. Very nice.
Prabhuji, I was also thinking about the rope lights around the frame, the entire
Right,
frame.
right. Yeah, the
Yeah.
spotlights. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Agree.
Spotlight as well as rope lights,
Rope light, yeah, right.
like a frame.
Nice of friends. Yeah, that attracts, that's very attractive.
Yeah.
Very good.
And festival time, we can keep the colors changing and all that,
Yeah.
Yeah, blinking in different modes.
Correct.
And also, Prabhuji, I was thinking about the wall, not by the gopis, those two walls. I was not thinking about those two walls. I was thinking about the opposite wall for the frames. There's
Agreed.
one section of the wall which is free.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. I don't know, you'll have to take his permission and let us know.
Yeah, we have to discuss because of that's a temple, Madhuri Prabhu and our DT department. Because of earlier we had some plans of making something over there, some paraphernalia, but some aroma and things like that. So anyway, so we'll discuss that on Mataji on Saturday.
All right, thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, wonderful. So okay, so we discussed about inventory. We discussed about organizing the books and putting the racks and ordering and making frames, books and racks, all these things together. And then we also discussed about calling out the people on the Ramanavami basis, so we can have some of the calls there. Then what? Yeah, I mean overall.
Also, we can, if we can start initiate a talk for the school to have a set of books.
Yeah.
Like like Ramayan, we can introduce Ramayan and Krishna book as a part of the syllabus. I mean, we can benefit children and some 2 or 3 more books as and when they can purchase, but it's a part of the syllabus. We can give them a set of 4 or 5 books to all the families. That will be also very much
wonderful. We also will next week we will discuss about the children book. We need to order some children books.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Some of the books probably will have that inventory ready and what we have. Then what is the new book? So we can also have that in our list, so that we can have a complete set. If somebody comes, I need to check in the Bhagavad, I need this, so we are ready. Ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so that the way, very nice. Okay, wonderful. So if anything else, if there is nothing else, anybody else has anything to add?
Prabhuji, we are out of calendars. I don't have any calendars for this year.
No, we should have.
Madaji, calendars are there in the store. I noticed that.
Store,
go from the other side where the altar is into the store. You'll find them there.
In the back
because
side.
I keep them on the table as a part of a freeze gesture. When they come on the table, they will get. They can pick up a calendar.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Anybody else has anything to add? Okay.
All right.
So that's so nice. Thank you very much. So nice to even to discuss even about the books is so nice. Just inspiring itself, so nice, wonderful. Thank you so much, dear devotees, Gauri Mataji, Sai Lakshmi Mataji, Nida Mataji, Puneet Prabhuji, everybody, so nicely serving Srila Prabhupada. I mean, that's a real mode. That's a wonderful mode. It's actually Srila Prabhupada, that's the service. That's a real service attitude and the mode. We are thankful and yeah, no words to express. Thank you. Thank you so much for everything. So let's conclude then. Vancha kalpatarupasya kripa sindhubhya cha padidanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavavrinda ki
Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, book distribution ki jai. Hari Bol.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.